Hello everybody and welcome to the Redmen TV. My name is Dan Club and I'm going to try my best to speak about what I've just witnessed as the Reds beat Newcastle 2-1 at St James's Park in what was a roller coaster of emotions. It really properly was. Like, we say that a lot, kind of off the cuff sometimes, but this time I mean it. I'll try and go through the game as best as I possibly can from sort of start to finish. Liverpool actually started the game okay. We were on the front foot, we were aggressive, we looked quite good in the early stages. And then there was a moment or two with Trent AlexanderArnold at the centre of it. He gets booked for rolling the ball essentially on the ground after he should have had a free kick moment earlier. He was clearly annoyed, rolls the ball away. Ref books him, and then literally seconds later, he is penalised for another foul. This time it was a free kick, and this time, had it not been for the first yellow, he might have got booked for a foul on Anthony Gordon. He doesn't. He gets away with that one, I guess, in a way. But as I say, he probably shouldn't have been booked for the first one. So all's fair, in my opinion, on Trent. Newcastle were furious. The staff, the fans, the players, they were really sort of enraged by it, and it got their backs up, and it actually made them play better. We didn't react well to that moment at all. We were on the back foot pretty much from there on out. And it culminated in Trent making a mistake. He clearly, his mind was elsewhere. He lost concentration or whatever you want to call it. But he makes a mistake, gets his touch all wrong from a back pass from Salah. Anthony Gordon goes in from Trent allowing him to do so. Anthony Gordon, of all people, makes it 1-0 Newcastle. And then, again, Liverpool haven't regrouped. We haven't settled. We've lost control. There's a through ball through again. Virgil Van Dijk, in my opinion, gets enough of a foot on the ball. There is contact with Isak first. It's probably a goal scoring opportunity. So there's loads of debate around the red card. Have your own conversations about it. It's different opinions everywhere. Shay Given and Jamie Carragher are arguing in the studio, of course. Ex-Newcastle, ex-Liverpool. But yeah, sent off, no overturn from VAR, obviously, because that's not what they do. They're there but to protect their mates. I didn't say that, Mike Dean said that. But anyway, yeah, Virgil van Dijk sent off, disastrous. Liverpool, nightmarish first half. We managed to make it through to half time. Still 1-0 down, still in the game. Stay in the game, I guess, as long as you possibly can at that point. Gomez had come on for Luis Diaz to try and sort of regroup and get some sort of shape and a bit of defensive solidity in the side. Obviously, second half, we actually look okay, and we don't take it to Newcastle, but we're in the game all the time. It never looked like 11 against 10, which is a huge credit to, of course, the Reds. And Jota and Elliott come on, add a little bit more impetus as well. And the whole time you're kind of looking at the bench going, it's got to be Darwin, it's got to be Darwin. And it was. The man, the myth, the legend, Darwin Nunes comes on. And this is what we're here to talk about. Just an absolute blockbuster last 10 minutes from Darwin Nunes. Takes advantage of a mistake first time round. It's actually interesting. I should go back a second because there's a through ball and he gets his touch slightly wrong. He's only been on the pitch for seconds at this point. Gets his touch wrong, goes behind him and doesn't allow him to get in behind. And you think, oh, was that the moment? No. Seconds later, actually gets in behind, and the finish is sublime. It's unerring, and it is quality. Everything we criticised him for last season, about being a little bit shot shy, not being accurate enough for his finishing, lacking composure, all of the above. None of that. Not a single second of it. High quality finish across the keeper, low and hard. Get in. Celebrations are wild. Everyone's buzzing. Liverpool at that point, look, they might have nicked a point. Happy days. Get away from there. 10 men with a point sound. No, not a bit of it. Yet again, Liverpool on the attack. And we were in the ascendancy by this point, which is something in itself, like I say, to be in the ascendancy at St James's Park, Champions League football, Newcastle, etc., etc. No, us, 10 men Liverpool on the front foot. And Mohamed Salah's pass to Darwin Nunes should be mentioned in this, but it is about the Nunes finish again. It's all about Darwin Nunes. And it's a bit of a statement from him that the finish is very similar to the first one, just a touch on that. It's across the keeper, it's hard again, it's quality, it's top draw stuff from Darwin. But he's coming for some criticism. He's not been involved as much as he'd like. He's obviously come off the bench again today, and there's something to be said about that. He's obviously made a huge impact, so sounds like it's work, you know what I mean? But he wants to be starting games of football, and that is probably a statement today that he might want to start the next game of football that we play Aston Villa next week. But listen, you can tell by my voice, I am buzzing with what I just watched. Like, really, odds stacked against us wise, we had no right to come out of there with 3 points. Probably not even a point, but we did. And It is huge. What a statement. What a moment. It gives us a leapfrog to sort of kick on now with the season. It hasn't been the start of the season we wanted. There's been holes. There still is holes. We've just lost our captain. He's probably suspended for the next game. There's still problems, but that just shows we've got the fighting spirit and the quality to do something this season. Anyway, I've got loads more stuff to do. Loads more content as ever. Redmen Plus, across the YouTube. You'll see it all. I'll see you all there. Take it easy. Up the Reds.